If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at sori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 here and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. Charles, I'll lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Shout out to the big homie, Mike W. Mike W. Bada bing, bada boom. What's up, big homie?
You guys, this is DJ... My Insanity.
My
As you
Insanity.
know, our first song was a real banger. We both liked it a lot. It's gonna probably go on a playlist. Secondly, we are about to do Scar of the Sun, Among Waters and Giants.
Among Waters and Giants.
That's right,
The name of the band is Scar of the Sun?
Scar of the Sun.
All right, let's see what these boys got.
Sun.
Let's see
There
what
it
these
is,
boys got. We got the lyric
Excellent.
video up in this bitch. You
Let's
guys
check
know
it
what
out.
it is. You guys know what it is. I wonder if they really do know what it is. All right, guys, here we go. that riff was hard, boy. That is a hard song, dear listener.
And Doc.
That is hard.
Okay, so that song that we just finished was "Scar of the Sun Among Water and Giants." Let's see. Lyrically, babe. Okay, so when he says predation.
Yeah, like being a predator.
Yeah. I breathe no hope. The beauty was a foe. Their lethal blow. Well, okay, what did you think the song was about?
Well, I took "While I Face the Orders, My Back's Against the Wall, I'm Crushed by Lands and Waters, Wake Me from This Coma." Mm-hmm. It sounds to me like it's a soldier, and the soldier's being told to do something that he's against, or he's a soldier and he got captured, and so now he's got to literally put his back against the wall. That was actually a phrase that was like really popular in 2020 with a certain segment of Bernie Sanders' group.
Yeah, my back's against the wall.
They'd say, "We're gonna put you on the wall first," because he put him on the wall, and yeah. So it sounds like that's what's gonna happen. The song starts out talking about being a predator, and then later it talks about assailant, obscure, war, spiritual genocide, resistance died. But he says spiritual genocide, and so the concept of the war itself could be his inner battle with demons, or his own demons, or his own problems, or whatever. And he can't get out of it. And damnation, I'm fed a rope. You know how sometimes I'll say give them enough rope to hang themselves.
Yeah.
So he's talking about being damned and all this stuff. So it looks like he's in a pretty bad situation, and he's using war as a metaphor for his life. And at the end, he says, "Among waters and giants, my destiny is to fall." Because he says he's crushed by lands and waters. Wake me up from the coma.
So everything's closing in on him based off of the decisions that he made. Predation, I guess, can be like it's the predatory, like where the stronger goes after the weaker, but it also can be the act of plundering, like.
Okay.
So I guess, so which one would you say, the action of attacking or plundering, or the preying on other people? Or are you saying it's both?
Well, I said
it's the way that he was living.
In the beginning, it's about being a predator, and then he talks about an assailant, obscure war, spiritual genocide, resistance died. So I think he's just talking about his self-perception. He perceives himself to be some sort of predator, and he feels damned because of it. Which, look, there is a sense in which if you're a rock star, you are a predator. The Metallica song "Of Wolf and Man," the Pantera stuff about cowboys from hell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about being predatory.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, we're gonna pillage the village, we're gonna get your women, then we're gonna leave the bar. It's gonna be upside down.
Mm-hmm.
So like it looks like he gets caught between these two situations, and it looks like he feels he's eventually gonna lose the war. So violent, faced on the floor, victory drenched in blood, the world in flood. Among waters and giants, my destiny is to fall. Ugh.
Yeah.
And he says, see, right there, damnation, I'm fed a rope, nothing left to lose, nothing to choose. So he's in a situation where he thinks, okay, this is irreversible now.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's left for me is to commit some sort of ultimate self-destruction type of thing.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because when he said, "I am fed a rope," that gives the idea that somebody has given him a rope. And so with that given rope, there's two options, right? You can climb out with it, or you can hang yourself with it. So it's like but he says there's nothing left to lose, nothing to choose, which I thought was interesting, because it does seem like there would be a choice. You can climb out, or you can hang yourself.
If you think about the theological concept of reprobation, where you have people that have crossed such a crazy line that even though they're alive, they will never repent.
Yeah.
Right? And so that is kind of a thing in biblical Christianity. The irony, of course, is if you mention that and are worried about it, then you haven't hit the point of no return. Mm-hmm. People who genuinely hit the point of no return genuinely do not care. They genuinely don't.
Yeah.
So reprobation, in my view, is an extremely rare circumstance where you know the truth,
you're completely convinced that the truth is the truth, and then you double time on your heart and in your mind to make that truth false. And after a while, God's going to say to you, okay, I've been bothering you. You've been giving me the finger the entire time, telling me to shut the fuck up. So I will shut the fuck up. And when God gets silent, now you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
When God gets quiet, then you're in trouble. You know, there was this song, I think the name of the band was Drowning Pool. And, you know, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. That was their big one. They had another one called Sinner. And in the chorus, it said something to the effect of, don't corner me to lecture me. Raise your hand if you're a sinner. And that was obviously not as big as Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, but that was a huge song. And then all of his close friends found him in their tour bus. Dead. So it's like, cool, you don't want to be preached to. Gotta be like, all right, cool, man, you don't want to be preached to. I'll stop sending people to talk to you. I'll stop preaching to you. Go ahead and do your thing, bro. So that's divine reprobation. But if a person is saying, I've got nothing left to choose, I've got nothing left to lose, you know, it's definitely, he's feeling sorry for himself, but that doesn't sound, look, he even mentions the word damnation. Yeah. People who are really in that condition do not care about damnation. You know, their consciences, they're seared as with a hot iron. So it looks like that's what's going on. How long we'll wait?
I think like, I don't know if you guys have ever played the tension game on the top of a cup or something. Usually you do it when you're a kid, like you keep filling it and you can see like the bubble of the tension like building on the top of the cup. And you're like, maybe one more drip. And you just see it like keep building. And you're like, maybe another drip. And eventually there's a drip that the tension that holds on the top of the water that those little bugs skate across on the pond, the tension breaks and then it overflows. And I think that life is like that. It's a bunch of, you make decisions and you make choices that eventually the tension's going to break. And I think that God gives people those opportunities. Like you said, there's some stuff that we do that it's just stupid. That was stupid. That was really ignorant. Stupid, yeah. And it wasn't that it was, and I have these distinctions now because we have so many kids. And there's like times where I'm like, homies really did not think that through. And even though what they did was bad, it wasn't like in their heart, they were like, I'm really going to frig shit up right now.
Foolishness.
It's like, yeah, it's just like they just want to.
in the heart of a child.
Yeah, but then there are other times where like there's active decisions that are made. You know that they knew what they were supposed to do and they actively chose to do something else, which is a totally different thing. And I think it's the same thing for all of us. Like I think that there's decisions that we make and we're like, I know this is a bad decision. But then we say to ourselves, but I really want this thing. And so we just go with it. And I think that we keep doing that and keep doing that. And all of those decisions, they lead us down a path. And there is a tension break point where there is no turnaround. And there's the whispers of the spirit along that road. And those whispers become more and more silent. Sometimes those come to you as like your conscience, you know, Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder. Sometimes it comes through the voice of somebody else who says, yo, I don't know.
All I'm saying is do not make a practice of ignoring that voice, man.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes it comes through dreams. God speaks to us through dreams. Literally, the Bible
vision
says...
of the night, deep sleep. Go ahead.
Literally, the Bible says that God speaks in one way and in two. So
man does not perceive it.
Right. There's many ways that God's going to speak to you, but your job is to not ignore it because you don't know when that, you know, when that time is or when that turn of the corner is. And secondly, it's really like you make it sometimes we just make life unnecessarily hard by our decisions and our choices. Like, remember that one friend that I called you about years ago?
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
remember.
Like, at first I was like, man, like she just keeps getting dealt a hard deck. And then you were like, yeah, but I mean, this is not out of nowhere. Like, look at these decisions. And then I stepped back and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, she's been making the same decisions for years. Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you are.
Look at this, dear listener. Bread knots.
Bread knots for
Garlic
the man.
bread knots
for the
with
man.
jelly. Favorite food
Sounds
right
like
now.
a weird thing to dip
Favorite
it in jelly,
dish
but
right
it's...
now.
I think
thing
they're
of
even
beauty.
better when you put bacon on the top.
It's a thing of beauty.
But
What
whatever.
do you think? Okay. All right, see that right there?
Yeah?
Is that done?
Yeah? Doughy.
Is it done though?
Looks it. Try it. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's not really bright enough in here. It looks like it's done.
All right.
Check it out. Anyway, we've got more to come. Wait, let me rate. Are we done?
What you didn't rate this song, bro. What happened?
I'm gonna give this one. I loved the sound of it. See, my insanity. Even when I remember when we listened to his songs before, like they always had like a really good.
What the hell? What's connecting that? Tap the thing I tapped.
We're back. They always have like a vibe to them. There's like a certain club feel to them.
What?
The songs that My Insanity has picked.
Oh, yeah,
Like the
100%.
last two, like you could hear it in there. So yeah, we've got more to come. We are about. I'm gonna give this one. This one's another good one. I'm gonna give this one a 9.6.
9.8.
9.7.
The guitar work was crazy.
Yeah. 9.7. I'll go with a 9.7. I'll bring my number a little closer to Vinny's.
He was giving
9.7.
crazy work.
Crazy work.
Crazy work on that.
We'll be right back, you guys, with Next Time, Mr. Fox.
Look at this. This should be illegal. People making songs with Suno AI have their songs full of shredding solos and sweet picking. So, like, you just tell the bot, the AI bot, to come up with something with these notes and in this mode, and then it comes up with this,
Yeah, but I think that there's stuff to appreciate in both of that. It's just like if you go in and you see some like artificial trees or artificial flowers, you're like, that's fake. But then you're like, wow, look at the detail that they put into this thing, or look at how they whatever,
Completely disagree.
I think that when you create music using AI, I know how you are about like, hacks and stuff like that. Like you play Fortnite a certain way
It's not a
because you're
hack.
like, that's
not a hack. That's letting the computer do all the work. And then you claiming credit for it because you told it to do something?
you still knew how to use the tools. Can you make one of those? I can't.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I can't.
Yeah, you can. It's literally a command. You could say, I want this in Dorian mode with drop D.
I wouldn't even know where to start with that stuff.
This is one of... It's just... Why would you say that when you did all our editing and all the other stuff?
That's because I click
It's
and I
AI.
say
You use ChatGPT all the time, right?
Yeah, I asked.
So that's literally all they'll... That's what I'm telling you. That's all they'll do.
Yeah, but you have to have the creative idea to begin with.
No, you do not. No, you don't. I just told
to
you.
add some shredding or to do this or that.
No, you don't. What are you talking about?
When you're creating a song, you're going to say, start with these types of notes, now add in a thing over here. No?
And?
You should see the creative stuff I came up with when I made songs.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You literally sit in front of your computer and you tell computer, I want a 3.5-minute song with these notes and a heavy breakdown in the middle.
Oh, you're not talking about
And the
when
thing spits the thing out, and then that's what they're talking about.
I thought you were talking about where people make it on their computer, but they're like, they add some drums, they slide this, and slide that.
No. I would say that's a gifted programmer. But AI automates all that.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So now if I'm a record label, I could just say, okay, boom, do this, create an entire album. And then I can go shopping for people and say, hey, you with the long hair, you with this, you with that. Just pretend to do this on the stage. It'll give you, $50,000. Like,
yeah, okay.
Future music is crazy right now. But I think what's going to happen, is the same thing kind of that happened to Drake, where you're a rapper, and in our particular subculture, like maybe suburban people won't get it. Don't be mad at me. But y'all don't really understand the intricacies of hip-hop. But like, you see what happened with Drake. Mm-hmm. He's got a ghostwriter, and so now it doesn't matter. It was funny. I was talking to Johan. I was like, you can't say Drake's not a good lyricist. I mean, he beat Meek Mill in a rap battle, and he's like, Daylight beat Meek Mill in a rap battle.
What?
In other words, he doesn't believe. Johan doesn't believe that Drake wrote the song.
Yeah. Right.
And so like, there's this giant. Everybody's flipping on Drake now for a bunch of reasons, but I do see the metal community saying no. Like no.
Yeah.
The problem for us in the metal community is going to be, how will we know? How will we know who the fake silicone band is versus, the real kids in their garages? You know what I mean?
Show us it at the show. More shows.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm like, okay, you know, Vin and Sori is always going to be around because at the end of the day, like, you cannot AI clone me and you. You can't clone our relationship with you guys and all the rest of it. So
I mean, you could. That's what they're doing, right?
I don't think so.
They're taking actual people, programming. Johan was telling me about this. They take.
Yeah, but our people would know that it wasn't us, is what I'm saying. We've built up such an actual relationship with these people that they would never say, "Oh yeah, I'll take the Vin AI instead of the real guy."
Well, apparently they can take all of the stuff you ever posted online and like put it into a thing, and then it spits it out. If it looked exactly like us, you think that they'd be able to tell?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, they'd be able to tell.
If it looked exactly like us, you don't think there's enough information out there for us to say
It's really interesting because like you're functioning like an atheist. There's things about me that are soulish that cannot be quantified in a lab. So it doesn't matter what AI does; it'll never be me. So
Well, no, I don't think it would be you. I think it could trip up some people.
I don't think it could trip up people that I've had a relationship with, is what I'm saying.
Well, we know the AI would not say the things you've said to Dwayne.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure whoever's you know,
Unacceptable.
I've asked ChatGPT a million times about abortion, and it's always weird. So,
Yeah.
like that's the other side of
Right.
it too. It's
That's
like
what- that's
the
what's
people
like-
that could. People think like with AI, it's, oh, they're gonna. I don't believe that AI is gonna develop a soul and become self-aware. I think that that's crazy.
I'm not me.
It's just, it's just a crazy idea to me.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, man, like people doing that, that's horrible. You know, like, and it's even worse for rap. You know, because you really, really don't have to do anything significant as a rapper if you got somebody doing that shit. But I'm
You're
assuming,
right, you're a little doughy.
I'm assuming with rap though that would get self-corrected pretty quickly because everybody when they hear a crazy line, they're gonna be like, "Yo, that's crazy," and they're gonna go right to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, boom, wait a second."
Where did this
And if
originate?
you're plagiarizing GPT,
Yeah.
it's over with.
I was in a comment section, and anytime moms have like some party or whatever, and they're like, "It's a Dr. Seuss party. This is what I'm going to serve. How can I make this work?" I chat GPT that stuff, and then I put it in the comment section and say, "Look, I didn't have any ideas, but I put it in AI, and here you go." And then I noticed in the comment section someone else had done the same thing because it got the similar answers, but they never credited AI.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, you gonna come up with all these, and that's gonna end your career as a rapper. They're like, "Yeah, you what, man?"
Yeah.
All right, 9.8. We got more songs coming up on the other side of the break. Let's go, Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.